In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for Munich. One of the questions we get asked most is how to build an itinerary for the capital of Bavaria. To see the basics of the city, you need 3 days. But to do it calmly and include the mandatory day trip to the Walt Disney Castle, we recommend at least 5 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 5-day itinerary with the best of Munich. We've grouped the tours by region so you don't waste time. So let's get started. When is the best time to visit Munich? The best time by far is the summer, from June to August. The days are long with sun until 9 p.m., the weather is perfect, and the city comes alive in the beer gardens. The fall, in September and October, is also fantastic. This is the time of the famous Oktoberfest. The festival starts in mid-September and ends in early October. But be warned, at this time the city is unbearably crowded, and hotel prices can quadruple. Book 1 year in advance. Winter, from November to March, is very cold and dark. The big exception is December, when the Christmas markets take over Marienplatz. And how many days to stay in Munich? Munich is a relatively compact city. To see the basics of the city, like the Old Town, the English Garden, and a museum, the minimum is 3 full days. But to do it calmly and include the mandatory day trip to Neuschwanstein Castle, we recommend 5 days. Mandatory documentation. To enter Germany, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need 2 things. First, a valid passport with at least 3 months of validity after your departure date. Many nationalities do not need a visa to stay for up to 90 days as tourists. And second, travel insurance. Travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty, with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. They can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon an electronic travel authorization called ETS will also be mandatory for many nationalities, so check on that before you travel. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around in Munich. To get there, you'll fly into Munich Airport, MUC. From there, the best way to get to the center is to take the S-Bahn train, lines S1 or S8. The journey to Marienplatz, the central station, takes about 40 minutes. A day ticket for the M6 zone, which includes the airport, costs about 14 euros. To get around inside the city, do not rent a car. The historic center is closed to cars, traffic is bad, and parking is extremely expensive. Munich's public transport is perfect. Use the U-Bahn, subway, the S-Bahn, surface train, and the trams. The network is efficient. The tip is to buy the city tour card, which gives you unlimited transport and discounts on attractions. A 3-day pass for the inner zone costs about 30 euros. Uber and taxis work, but they are much more expensive than public transport. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. Rent a car only if you are doing the romantic road. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. The strategy in Munich is to stay near public transport. The first option, and the best for tourists, is the Old Town, near Marienplatz. The pro is that you are in the heart of the city, a short walk from all the main attractions, beer halls, and shops. The con is that it's the most expensive area in the city. The second option is to stay near the Hauptbahnhof, the central train station. The pro is the unbeatable logistic. You are a 10-minute walk from Marienplatz and have direct access to trains for the airport and for day trips, like Neuschwanstein. The hotels here are cheaper. The con is that the area around the station isn't the prettiest and can be a bit sketchy at night. The third option is the Schwabing neighborhood. It's the old Bohemian quarter, now a chic residential area. The pro is that it's a charming neighborhood, full of local restaurants, boutiques, and near the English Garden. The con is that you'll need to take the U-Bahn, a 10-minute ride, to get to the historic center. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region. If you stay near Marienplatz or the Hauptbahnhof, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advance booking strategy. The good hotels in Munich sell out many months in advance, especially if your trip is during Oktoberfest. Prices can increase by 500%. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: international travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator which is essential for the romantic road, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. Now, for the day-by-day itinerary. Day 1. Arrival and Historic Center. Arrive at Munich Airport, MUC. Take the S-Bahn, line S1 or S8, to Marienplatz Station. The journey takes 40 minutes. Check into your hotel in the Altstadt. Spend the afternoon exploring Marienplatz. This is the heart of Munich. Admire the Neues Rathaus, New Town Hall. Watch the Glockenspiel, clock, at 11 a.m., 12 p.m., or 5 p.m. Visit the Frauenkirche, the cathedral with the 2 green towers. Climbing the tower costs about 7 euros. End the afternoon at Viktualienmarkt, the food market. It's the perfect place for your first beer. For dinner, let's go to the most famous beer hall in the world, the Hofbräuhaus. It's touristy, but an essential experience. A 1-liter mug of beer costs about 11 euros. Day 2. Palaces and Gardens. In the morning, visit the Residence Palace. This is the former royal palace of the Bavarian kings. A 5-minute walk from Marienplatz. The main attraction is the Antiquarium Hall. The combined ticket for the palace and treasury costs 14 euros. Set aside at least 3 hours. For lunch, eat at Viktualienmarkt. In the afternoon, take the U-Bahn, line U3 or U6, to Giselastrasse station and walk to the Englischer Garten, English Garden. Walk to the Eisbachwelle, the artificial wave where people surf all year. Then, go to the Chinesischer Turm, Chinese Tower. This is the second largest beer garden. Have a 1-liter beer, which costs about 10 euros. For dinner, go to Augustiner Keller. It's a classic, authentic beer garden. A dinner with beer costs about 30 euros. Day 3. Day trip to Neuschwanstein Castle. Today is the fairy tale day. It's a full-day trip, the logistic. In the morning, go to Munich Central Station, Hauptbahnhof. Buy the Bayern ticket, a regional train pass that costs about 30 euros for one person, and a few euros more for each extra person. Take the regional train to Füssen. The journey takes 2 hours. From Füssen, take bus number 78, which takes 10 minutes, to the base of the castle. You must buy your ticket for Neuschwanstein Castle online on the official website months in advance. They sell out. The ticket for the guided tour costs about 18 euros. The best view is from the Marienbrücke Bridge. Walk there before your tour. The uphill walk to the castle takes 30 minutes. The guided tour lasts about 35 minutes. Next door, visit Hohenschwangau Castle, the childhood castle. The ticket costs about 21 euros. In the late afternoon, take the train back to Munich. Day 4. Modern side, BMW, or history, Dachau. Today, you have 2 options. Option 1. Visit the BMW Welt and the BMW Museum. The logistic, take the U-Bahn, line U3, to the Olympiazentrum station. The ride takes 15 minutes. The BMW Welt is a free, futuristic showroom. The ticket for the BMW Museum costs 13 euros. Option 2, a heavy one. Visit the Dachau Concentration Camp Memorial. The logistic, take the S2 train from Munich to Dachau, 20 minutes, and then bus 726. Entry is free. Set aside a full morning. In the afternoon, return to the center and visit the Deutsches Museum. It's the world's largest science and technology museum. It's gigantic. The ticket costs 17 euros. Set aside at least 3 hours. Day 5. Shopping and departure. Enjoy your last morning. Walk down Kaufingerstrasse, the main shopping street. Buy your last souvenirs at Viktualienmarkt. Depending on your flight, take the S-Bahn, a 40-minute ride, to Munich Airport, MUC, for your flight home. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive. And the most famous tourist spots like Neuschwanstein Castle, the Deutsches Museum, and the BMW Museum can have lines. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the video description to the site, where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Skip the line tickets for Neuschwanstein Castle, the ticket for the Deutsches Museum, the ticket for the BMW Museum, and tours to the Dachau concentration camp. All at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Now let's talk about transportation. Reinforcing it, use the U-Bahn and S-Bahn. The city tour card for the inner zone is your best option. Do not rent a car. About travel insurance, essential and mandatory to enter Europe. You need coverage of 30,000 euros. Use the comparator in the link in the description to save money. For those who will rent a car, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. Rent only for the romantic road. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Quick shopping tips. Kaufingerstrasse is for fast fashion. Maximilianstrasse is for luxury. Viktualienmarkt is for local food. And the tax-free tip. The tax in Germany, VAT, is 19%. You can request a refund on purchases over 50 euros. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Subscribe and like the video for more tips. And how much does it cost to eat in Munich? It's more expensive than Berlin, but still fair priced. A Big Mac combo costs 10 euros. A half-liter beer in a beer garden costs about 5 euros. A 1-liter mug costs about 10 to 11 euros. The golden tip is to eat Weisswurst, white sausage, and giant pretzels. For restaurant suggestions, Hofbräuhaus, mid-range. Classic, 15 euros for a dish. Augustiner Keller, mid-range, authentic, 30 euros per person. And for luxury, Tantris, expensive, 2 Michelin stars, 300 euros. And what to do at night? The night in Munich is synonymous with Biergärten and Bierhallen. The evening plan is to go to places like the Hofbräuhaus or Augustiner Keller. The Glockenbach Viertel neighborhood is the LGBTQ+ area and has the most modern cocktail bars. And of course, Oktoberfest in September. And if you're traveling with children, Munich is great for kids. They'll love the Deutsches Museum. The Hellebrunn Zoo is one of the largest in Europe, and they'll love the Englischer Garten to run around and watch the surfers. And to combine your trip, Munich is the gateway to the Bavarian Alps. The #1 combination is the day trip to Neuschwanstein Castle in Füssen, which takes 2 hours by train. The second combination is with Austria. Munich is very close to the border. You can take a 1.5 to 2 hour train and be in Salzburg, the city of Mozart. If you liked this detailed Munich itinerary, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave your questions in the comments. Thank you very much and have a great trip.